Today's morning coffee vinyl side. Kaye Ballard, Kaye Ballard Swings, 1959. When Kaye Ballard walked out onto that stage at the Bon Soir, the famed Greenwich Village night spot off of West 8th owned by Ernie Sgroi Sr., she was following a well-beaten and familiar path from the tiny shared dressing rooms at the back of the club to the small stage up front. The Bon Soir, huge by reputation, was a small venue by any measure, with no more than 25 tops and room for about 150 people. One of those long, skinny rooms typical of the New York nightclub scene. The bar, located at the back, was decidedly gay, often 3 or 4 deep, and served as a vibrant social and cultural hub for gay life in the village. Hosting nightly shows of comedians and musicians, its audience was a mix of the aforementioned gays and scenesters from the village, and uptown straights, down for a little downtown slumming. This was years before Stonewall, but this most likely mob-owned venue provided a safe space that was ideal for up-and-comers in comedy and music to ply their trade under the ever-watchful eye of the flamboyant boys. Kaye might very well have walked past a young Barbra Streisand as she cut her path towards the stage. But Kaye was a pro. Reflecting as she walked on her career, she recalled her early days as a musical comedian with Spike Jones and his touring revue. Jones was, in many ways, the father of modern musical comedy, and Kaye's act was a wonderful hybrid of both musical comedy and traditional stand-up. She'd pay homage to Spike as one of his many children throughout her career, tonight being no different. She was going to slay them with Autumn Leaves. Kaye had a 4-night run booked at the club, specifically for this recording. United Artists had sent Dick Olmsted to capture this to tape under the watchful eye of producer Jack Lewis. The Bon Soir was fast becoming quite the it venue in New York to capture live sets for albums. Kaye glanced left. Was that Phyllis Diller in the crowd? She'd seen her around for sure. As the MC's introduction trailed off and was overtaken by applause, Kaye knew the crowd was receptive. They already loved her and were prepared for a bit of fun, the liberally poured measures of spirits fueling the good times. But the crowd was familiar, almost too familiar, and Kaye's comedy, though at times broad, had a lot more depth and sharpness to it. She needed a friendly audience, but she also needed one that would pay attention. She knew what to do. Wistfully, Kaye started to engage in a little manic back and forth with the audience, playfully receiving their welcome, until seemingly plucking a little fly out of the air. With her fly in hand, she began to have a little conversation with it, almost cooing to it like you would a baby or a small child. The audience ate it up. Cute, right? Kaye's little maternal voice talking sweetly to this little fly. Chicks be crazy. Until Kaye asks rhetorically, "Do you want to see God?" before smacking her hands together with a loud slap and launching into the rest of her routine. Pay attention was the message. This ain't gonna be what you think it is, so if you want to ride the train, please you mind the conductor. They knew. Kaye knew. This was going to be something else.